Hello fellow video makers, I'm Art, back with more of my Movavi tips and tricks. Now I've always been a fan of the old Twilight Zone TV show. So on a recent video project I was working on, I wanted to add a Twilight Zone style scene to it. After a little bit of trial and error, I came up with something I think worked really well. So let me show it to you and then we'll talk about how I made it. Yep, that'll be 4 of us on Saturday. Thanks, we'll see you then. Now I'm not going to say this about this generation or that about... That's weird. That's not supposed to ring, it's just a prop. A small town on a Sunday afternoon. A fun family video project is interrupted by a ringing phone. A phone that shouldn't ring. And Mr. Art Tomasetti is about to learn a lesson to never accept a collect call from the Twilight Zone. That was a lot of fun to make and I'm really happy with the way it came out. So overall it took finding some new fonts to import into Movavi and use those, working with black and white in some transitions, getting creative with some overlays and some layering of title effects, and a little bit of planning and rehearsal. And after making several videos over the past several months, I can't tell you how much time you can save in video editing if you put in a little bit more time up front into the planning and rehearsal phase before you film. So let's get into it. So let's start with adding a new font. It was as easy as searching the internet for a Twilight Zone font, downloading the zip file, and then installing that font to my computer. Once you install it, Movavi will see it the next time you open the video editor. Next, I had to create that signature Twilight Zone intro. That took layering several title tracks over each other to get the individual letter spacing and sizing and placement to make it look just right. For the background, I used one of the space-themed sample videos, then went to the filters tool and selected retro and grayscale, and I set that effect to 100%, and several of the effects you use in the filters tool have the ability to adjust their intensity, which comes in handy. I then did some more manual adjustments to brightness and contrast to get it to look the way I wanted, and then finally added in a little Twilight Zone theme music, which I also found online. So now I had the opening. Filming the scene was pretty straightforward, but we did make sure to put the camera on a tripod so that we can make the disappearance piece work well. And that was as simple as filming the first part of the scene and giving a good pause, and then after a quick wardrobe change, pan the camera to me in the new position, giving that shot the feel of continuity. I used the grayscale option again, one of the glitch transitions for a cool effect, and added in the phone ringing sound. To make the disappearance work, I overlaid the 2 video tracks we had filmed, and since we had used the tripod, it was a perfect match. Remember, whichever video track is on top is the one that will be in front, so to speak, so I put that scene with me in the suit on top and faded that in. Some more grayscale and glitch transitions, and the scene was done. Lastly, for the ending, I wanted to create the shattering glass effect for the title. So I put my title over a black background. I used the export selection feature, which really comes in handy. Go to export, select add section, choose what you want to export, then use the export selection function, not the main export icon, to save just that segment. I put this over the same space background I used for the opening, and then to get the breaking glass effect, I used one of the new transitions with sound, in this case shatter, and applied that to my exported title clip and was done. That recent update to be able to add effects to more than just the main video track is really useful, although it does make the transition effect full screen, so you have to be aware of that. Put all that together and you've got a pretty realistic Twilight Zone style video you can use in any of your projects. Let me know what you think in the feedback, and as always, if you have tips and tricks you think could help, please include those in the comments so we can all benefit. My YouTube channel has a lot more content and a lot more Movavi tips, so feel free to check that out. I'd love to have you subscribe and follow along. In fact, for the particular project I was working on, I made 9 other alternate endings, and I might include some how-tos on some of those as well. If any of this was helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, and as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.